Everyone, and welcome to Harrison County High School basketball. I'm Jim Swinford coming to you from Monticello Heights Gymnasium, where tonight we've got a girl-boy doubleheader as the Harrison County Phillies and Thoroughbreds will take on their counterparts from Nicholas County. The Lady Jackets and the Blue Jackets are here in town. Well, Nicholas County, you might as well call them a bunch of cardiac kids, because 11 of their 17 games this year have been decided by less than 10 points. In those 11 games, they've gone 5-6. In fact, their last 4 games in a row have been close ball games. Meanwhile, the Phillies are on a little bit of a roll, having won 3 straight, 5 of their last 7, and 7 of their last 10 games. This is a big district game as both the Phillies and the Lady Jackets will come in with identical district records of 2-0. The winner of this game will have the upper hand in the race for the number 1 seed in the 38th District Tournament after the season is over. Harrison County's returned to their locker room. The Lady Jackets still passing the ball around and doing some warm-ups. So we'll take a break and come back and give you a closer look at both Harrison County and Nicholas County. You're listening to Philly Basketball on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. We're about 10 minutes away from tip-off of the opening game of this girl-boy doubleheader with the Lady Jackets taking on the Phillies. Well, Nicholas County will come in with an overall record of 7-10. Last Wednesday, in their most recent game, they lost at Powell County 56-50. The Lady Jackets' head coach is Greg Letcher. Letcher, 10 years as the leader of the Lady Cats and has done an absolutely fantastic job in his tenure there. This year, Nicholas County is led in scoring by junior Jada Cleaver, who's averaging nearly 11 points a game. She's one of those girls it seems like every time we play Nicholas County, Cleaver has a big game. The outside threat this season for Nicholas is junior Amberly Hedges. Hedges making 36% from beyond three-point range. The inside presence for Nicholas County this year is sophomore Tessa Humphreys, who's averaging 6 rebounds a game. Where Nicholas County has struggled this year has been on offense, as they're scoring only 47 points a game. However, as always, they play a very tough and very physical defense, allowing less than 50 points a game. As always, another reason that Nicholas County is a scary team, they always play hard all the time. This is a team that will scrap and never give up. So if Harrison County gets a lead, they better be prepared because you know that Nicholas County will be making a comeback. Meanwhile, the Phillies coming in with a record of 9-9. Back on December the 17th, the Phillies lost a 48-32 decision here on the Hilltop to Grant County. Since that time, Harrison County has improved a lot, winning 7 of its last 10 contests. Last Saturday here at home, the Phillies picked up a big district win over Pendleton County, defeating the Lady Cats 39-34. Harrison County led by just 3 points inside the game's last minute, but some clutch plays by freshman Bailey Hudgens helped the Phillies pull out the victory. A win tonight would put Harrison County's record above the 500 mark for the first time this season. Well, it's going to be a little bit of a slight crowd for this first game, probably because of a lot of people not getting off of work yet. But hopefully they'll continue to flow in as the game goes along. Of course, we'll have the boys' game after this one is over. What we'll do right now, though, is take a break, come back and give you the starting lineups in tonight's first game between Harrison County and the Lady Jackets and Nicholas. You're listening to Philly Basketball on WCYN Sports. All righty, back here at the Hilltop, the Lady Jackets and the Phillies about 6 minutes away from getting started. Let's take a look now at the starting fives. First for Nicholas, as we said, 7 and 10 on the air, coached by Greg Letcher. At a guard, a 5'4 junior, number 2, Jada Cleaver. Cleaver is the leading scorer for the Lady Jackets this year at 10.8 points a game. Another guard is Maggie Simons. She wears the number 4. She's a 5'6", 7th grader, averaging 4.9 points a game. The third guard is Amberly Hedges, a 5'5 junior who wears the number 25. She's averaging 9.1 points a game. Melanie Hatton is at one of the forwards. She wears the number 34 and is a 5'10 senior, averaging 8.9 points a game. And at the other forward, a 5'7 senior, number 15, Lauren Tedder. Tedder averaging 1.9. So once again, for the Lady Jackets, it'll be Cleaver, Simons, Hedges, Hatton, and Tedder. Nicholas County this year on offense averaging 47.3 points per game. On defense, giving up 49.4. Now for the Harrison County Phillies, 9 and 9 on the year. At a guard, a 5'2", 8th grader, number 12, Keely Custard. Custard averaging 5 points a game. Another guard is Harrison County's leading scorer, Gab Hadrick. Gab wears the number 15. She's a 5'3 senior, now averaging a region-leading 18.3 points a game. The third guard is Harrison County's point guard, Bailey Hudgens. Hudgens, a 5'5 freshman who wears the number 23. She's averaging 7.1 points a game. At one of the forwards, Kara Hines. Kara, a 5'9 senior that wears the number 4. She's averaging 8.6 points a game. And at the other forward, Caroline Van Hook. Van Hook wears the number 22. She's a 5'9 junior, averaging 6.1 points a game. So once again, for Harrison County, it'll be Custard, Hedrick, Hudgens, Hines, and Van Hook. Harrison County, just like Nicholas County, scoring 47.1 points a game on offense. On defense, just like Nicholas County, giving up 49.1 points per game. If you put all the numbers together, Harrison County about a 6-point favorite in tonight's game. It should be a very close and well-contested contest. Well, while we have this opportunity, let's take it back to the station to Bruce Templeton from Unity Christian Church with tonight's. All righty, back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County and Nicholas County about to meet each other for the 92nd time. Harrison County a decided edge in this series as they've won 69 and lost only 22. Right now the Phillies on an 8-game winning streak against the Lady Jackets, dating back to a game played in December of 2017. It's a series that began back in January of 1975 when the Lady Jackets came to Santana, and Harrison County won that game 40-22. Here on this floor, Harrison County, a big record of 34-10 against the Lady Jackets. And since Coach Marshall's been the head of the Harrison County program, her record against Nicholas County, 14-9. The two teams played each other twice last year. The first time was over in Carlisle, a game that Harrison County won 52-43. They then met again in the championship game of the 38th District Tournament over at Robertson County, a game that Harrison County won 51-46. And the last time the two teams got together here on the Hilltop was a couple of years ago, with Harrison winning that game 47-42. So you can see how close these two teams are. Actually, these two programs are all together, as the last 3 games have been decided by some 9 points or less. So there's your short history of this series between Harrison County and Nicholas. Well, there's one change on your schedule that most people probably already know because it kind of spread like wildfire after I found out about it. The games against Robertson County over in Mount Olivet that were supposed to have been played on Friday have now been switched to tomorrow night. So if you're planning on going to Mount Olivet to watch the Phillies and the Thoroughbreds play their counterparts from Robertson County, that game is now tomorrow night, trying to beat the weather. Phillies will be back in action on Saturday as well, weather permitting, as they'll be hosting the Lady Saints of St. Patrick. That game will start at about 3:30. And then next Tuesday, a week from tonight, the Phillies will host the Paris Lady Hounds in another girl-boy doubleheader, with the girls playing at 6. Meanwhile, the Thoroughbreds will play later on tonight against the Blue Jackets in Nicholas County, a team they beat rather handily over in Carlisle a couple, 3 weeks ago. They'll be also parts of those 3 doubleheaders tomorrow night over at Robertson County. On Saturday, while the girls will be playing St. Patrick here on the hill, after that game's over, the guys will take on Montgomery County here at Monticello Heights Gymnasium. And next Tuesday, as we said, a girl-boy doubleheader against Paris. The boys will play at 8. The wrestling team on Saturday, the girls wrestling team, will head to the state tournament over at Tate's Creek. Also on Saturday, our archery team will be involved in the RCS, that's Robertson County Schools, shootout. And the bowling team, our girls bowlers who won the region, they'll be participating in the state bowling tournament next Monday in Louisville at the Executive Strike and Spare. So best of luck to our girls bowling team at state next Monday. Well, right now, the Harrison County Air Force Junior ROTC is presenting the colors, after which we'll hear the national anthem as played by the Harrison County Pep Band. So what we're going to do is take a listen to that, after which we'll take a break and then come back with a tip-off of tonight's game, the first game of this girl-boy doubleheader between the Phillies and Lady Jackets. But right now, let's bring you our national anthem.
The Star Spangled Banner will be played by the Harrison County Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Sean Pyatt.
Some of the unsung
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. Harrison County and Nicholas County, both teams undefeated in district play. So a huge game for both of these teams that will meet again next Wednesday over in Carlisle for the second of their home-and-home games. So this will be a good one. As almost always, whenever the Phillies and the Lady Jackets get together, as they're very evenly matched. Kara Hines will be jumping center for the Phillies on the opposite side of the midcourt stripe. Melanie Hatton for Nicholas County. The 9-9 Phillies against the 7-10 Lady Jackets of Nicholas County. Nicholas County's brought over quite a few people for the girls' game, and I'm sure they'll bring more for the guys. So we're about to get started. The toss is up, and the tap controlled by Nicholas. With the basketball, Simons up front. She'll come across the midcourt stripe. Now picks up her dribble, launches to the left side. Ball knocked away by Van Hook and out of bounds. Last touch by Caroline. So Nicholas County will maintain possession. From just in front of our broadcast position, Amberly Hedges will get the ball into the backcourt to Simons. Simons, as we said before, just a 7th grader leading the point for Nicholas County. She'll hand it off on the wing on the far side to Cleaver. Cleaver guarded by Custard on the man-to-man. Now dishes it back in between the circles of Simons. Simons goes back in front of the stable now and gets the ball to Cleaver. Cleaver drives to the foul line, kicks it on the baseline to Hatton. Hatton spins around. Nice defense by Hines and a travel. That travel was completely caused by solid defense by Kara Hines. Kara has gotten so much better defensively this year. She's always been a good offensive player, but she's added defense to her recipe this season. Some token pressure, 1-2-2, 3/4 court by Nicholas County, but Harrison County is able to beat it as Hadrick gets the ball into the hands of Hudgens. To the left side to Van Hook, fakes the three. Now gets it back between the circles to Hudgens to the right side to Hadrick. Back up top to Hudgens. Bailey looking, nothing there. Now takes the dribble on her own. Down to the block, her up and under shot, good! Bailey, who had some big plays in the win the other night, gets Harrison County's first points. The score 2-0. We played just over a minute. With the basketball, Tedder gets it down low to Hatton, who puts it up and in. Good pass that time, and good catch, and good basket as Melanie Hatton knots things up at 2-2. Now here's a throw into the front court that's knocked out of bounds by Nicholas. Harrison County will maintain possession. Phillies have won 7 of their last 10. Van Hook from just to our right gets it inbounds to Hudgens. Bailey drops the ball and it's stolen away by Nicholas. Racing to the basket, Simons. Her layup is no good, however, and Van Hook will come down with the rebound. Up the floor come the Phillies trying to break this 2-2 tie. Hadrick at the top of the key, passes it right into the hands of Simons. Simons races all the way the other way. This time her layup is good. Maggie Simons gives her Lady Jacket team their first lead of the ball game at 4-2. In the front court come the Phillies with 6:08 left to go here in the first quarter. And now almost another steal by Simons. She's got quick hands out there. With the basketball, Hudgens passes to the left side to Hadrick, nearly knocked away by Cleaver.
Hinton Mills.
Now get it over to the right.
Lumber, Farmers Deposit Bank, Harrison Memorial Hospital.
Up top, Hudgens with the basketball. Gets it inside, knocked away, and back to Bailey. Pass to the right side to Custard, long range. Custard back up top to Hudgens. Back to the right side to Custard in front of the Nicholas bench. Down on the block to Hines. Dishes it off to Van Hook, a 12-footer. Way too long. And the rebound brought down by Jada Cleaver. With a 2-point lead, Nicholas County will come into the front court. Up top, Cleaver spins, backs up, gets it on the near side, this time to Hedges. Hedges back up top to Cleaver. Cleaver looks, finds Hedges at the foul line. Hedges now hands it back in between the circles to Simons. 5:13 left to go in the first quarter. Nicholas up 4-2. They have the ball in front of the stable right now. Hatton has the basketball. Hatton nearly dropped it, but is able to pick it up and gets it back to Cleaver between the circles. She'll back up a step inside the center circle. Looks back to Coach Letcher to see what play he wants to run. Pass to the right side, grabbed by Simons. Simons beyond the arc, but in trouble. She'll get it into the corner to Tedder. Tedder back on the wing, travels. Yep, took an extra step. Was looking to pass the ball to Cleaver, but Custard got in the passing lane just at the right time to force the traveling. So Harrison County with the ball back. Coach Marshall imploring her team to attack. Hudgens in the front court, lobs it down on the baseline to Van Hook, knocked away, but Hines is there to pick up the loose ball and gets it back to Bailey, who's in between the circles now. Pass to the right side to Custard in front of the Lady Jacket bench, back up top to Hudgens, to the left side to Hadrick. Hadrick gets it on the baseline to Van Hook, turn around, 12-footer, good! That's the way you do it, Caroline, as Harrison County ties the score at 4-4 on that baseline jumper by Caroline Van Hook. In the front court with the basketball. Midway through the first quarter is Cleaver. Cleaver is going to be called for a charge as she knocks down Hadrick. So on the turnover, give the ball back to Harrison County. First sub coming in the game for Nicholas, Tessa Humphreys. Humphreys, a 5'8 sophomore, averaging 7.9 points off the bench this season. Hines will inbounds the ball against that Nicholas pressure. Sideline out, inbounds pass comes to Hudgens. Hudgens in the backcourt, flips it now to Hines. Kara takes the dribble into the front court on the near sideline to Custard. In the corner finds Hadrick. Hadrick lobs the ball to the top of the key to Hudgens. Touch pass down to the block to Van Hook. She drives, has her shot partially blocked, and the rebound is going to be pulled in by Hedges. And now a foul is going to be called on Harrison County's Hadrick going for the steal. It'll be Gabbs first. In fact, the first foul of the game for Harrison County. Harrison County Farm Bureau knows that if you want something protected, you keep it covered. Call 234-4514, and Dustin or Amy will get you covered. Humphreys at the top of the key, guarded by Hines now, gets to the far side to Simons. Seventh grader looks inside, nothing there. Now makes her move to the top of the key, pass to the left side to Humphreys, long range. Humphreys in the corner finds Hatton. Hatton to Hedges. Hedges drives, but it's cut off by Hadrick on the baseline, gets it back on the wing to Cleaver. Cleaver trying to get around Custard, drops the ball out of bounds. Once again, just solid man-to-man defense that time by Keely Custard. 4 turnovers now in the first quarter for the Lady Jackets. Score still 4-4. 3:20 left to go in the first period. Inbounds pass comes to Hudgens. Bailey across the sideline, goes to the far hash mark, now double team, gets to the Custard in between the circles to the foul line to Hines. Hines fans the ball back to the left side to Hudgens. Steps inside the arc, now goes to the blocker. Shot no good. That was a really good stop-and-go move that time by Hudgens. Foul's going to be called on Humphreys, and that'll be her first. That'll send Hudgens to the line for the first time tonight. On the year, she is a 65% free throw shooter. Averaging 7 points a game, has a deuce already, and now gives her team the lead back at 5-4 with a successful first free throw. She will have another with 3:07 on the clock. Second free throw by the freshman is also good. Harrison County ups its lead to 6-4. Up the floor with the basketball comes Simons. Simons calls out the play, pass to the left side to Humphreys. Humphreys guarded by Van Hook. Now gets it to the far side. It was partially kicked that time by Caroline. So the Lady Jackets will maintain possession. Cynthia Hardee's has made from scratch breakfast options and the best burgers in town. Hardee's is a proud supporter of Breads and Phillies basketball. Now we've got an illegal screen away from the ball by Hatton. That'll be Melanie Hatton's first, prompting a move by Coach Letcher. Coming in the game now, Nevia Davis. Davis, a 5'7 freshman, averaging 1.6 points a game. Harrison County with the basketball, leading 6-4. And this is the type of game we've become accustomed to over the past several years between Harrison County and Nicholas. A defensive-minded, slow-paced game. Custer with the basketball on the wing, passes it to Van Hook. Van Hook at the elbow, kicks it back up top to Hudgens to the right side to Hadrick for three. Rolls off the front of the rim, no good. Hines is there for the rebound. Her putback is no good. Rebound is now going to be dragged down by Caroline Van Hook. Here's a three fired up, no good. And the rebound goes out of bounds. And they're going to say it was last touched by the Lady Jackets. So Harrison County will maintain possession. From her own baseline on the opposite side of the basket, Van Hook looks inside, nothing there. Now lobs it to the top of the key to Hadrick. Hadrick backs up near the center circle, pass to the left side to Hudgens, long range. Bailey directing traffic, gets the ball in the paint to Hines, up top to Hadrick, nearly traveled. Now pass to the left side to Hudgens. It goes over her head, but she saves it from going out of bounds. She passes the ball to Custard. Keeley at the top of the key to the left side, long range to Hudgens on the baseline to Van Hook. Down on the block to Hines. Her shot's no good, but she's going to be fouled by Cleaver, and that'll be Jada Cleaver's second personal foul. That's huge, as she's Nicholas County's leading scorer. Going to the line will be Hines for the first time tonight on the year, a 78% free throw shooter. First free throw by the senior is on the way and good at the 2:05 mark. Checking in for Nicholas County, Sydney Carpenter. Carpenter, a 5'5 sophomore, averaging 2.2 points a game. 7-4 now your score after that first free throw by Hines. 2:05 on the clock here in the first quarter. Second free throw is also good by Kara. 8-4, Harrison County with 6 unanswered points have doubled up the Lady Jackets. Across the timeline comes Simons, pass to the left side to Humphreys, long range. Humphreys in between the circles to Carpenter, back to the left side to Hedges. Hedges ball fake, moves to the elbow, ball knocked away, but Simons is there to pick up the loose ball. Simons in between the circles, pass to the left side to Humphreys. Humphreys guarded by Van Hook, looking for space, gets it on the right side. Here's Simons, but before she can shoot a three, we're going to have a timeout called by Nicholas County, just a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it right here. A minute and 41 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Harrison County right now leading 8-4. Once again, Harrison County's games against Robertson County over in Mount Olivet, originally scheduled for Friday, will now be played tomorrow night as we try to beat what appears to be possible, could be maybe a bad storm. It could be maybe nothing, but just in case, we're going to go ahead and play those games because they are district games, and we got to get the district games in. If we were playing someone else, it wouldn't be as big a deal, but we got to get those district games in. Out of the timeout, Nicholas with the basketball. Simons up top. Backs up, gets it over on the far side to Humphreys, who drops the ball, but now picks it up and gets it into the hands of Carpenter. Back to Humphreys, who falls down. Loose ball picked up by Harrison County. In the front court, Carpenter tried to make a steal, but she's unable to handle it. So Harrison County will maintain possession. That's the 5th turnover of the first quarter by Nicholas. Harrison has 2. From her own baseline with a minute 21 left on the clock here in the first, Hadrick gets the ball to Hines. Back to Hadrick. 16-footer baseline, good. First points of the game for Gab. And Harrison County's lead grows to 10-4. Baseline 15-footer. 1 minute and 9 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Now Hudgens going for the steal, runs over Carpenter. That'll be Bailey's first personal. From the far sideline, well, first we'll have a substitution for Harrison County as Brooke Kinney checks in. Kinney, a 5'6 junior, averaging 1.1 points per game. From the far sideline, Hedges inbounds the ball to Simons. Simons trying to get away from Hudgens, now goes down to the block against the double team, forces up a shot, it's no good, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. Foul's going to be called on Hudgens, and that'll be Bailey's second. Simons at the line for the first time tonight on the year, a 63% free throw shooter, trying to stop this 8-point Harrison run. First free throw by the 7th grader is good. Came in averaging 5. She already has 3. 10-5 now your score. Second free throw is going to bounce off to the right, no good, and Van Hook is there for the rebound for the Phillies. That's already 3 for Caroline. In the front court with the basketball, Custer dishes it off to Hudgens to the right side, finds Van Hook long range, back between the circles to Hudgens to the left side to Custer, now in the corner to Kinney. Kinney back to Custard once again, who will bring it back to Hudgens near the center circle where she'll reset the offense. Lob pass inside, knocked away. Loose ball on the floor, and we're going to have a tie-up as Davis and Hines hit the floor. Alternating possession arrow, though, will give the ball back to Nicholas County. 33 seconds on the clock. Nicholas down by 5. Simons will jog the ball into the front court. Brings it in between the circles. Now makes a move inside the arc, back outside the arc. Now drops the ball, picks it back up again. Now looking for help as she can't find it. Now finally coming over to help her out, Hedges at the top of the key. Hedges fires a three-pointer off the flange, no good. Long rebound is still being chased after, and finally Hines comes away with it for the Phillies. 7 seconds left. Here comes Harrison. Hudgens at the left elbow, backs up for a 3. No good off the flange, and that is a way that the first quarter will end with your score. Harrison County 10, Nicholas County 5. You're listening to Philly Basketball on WC1. Passing that time by Hines. The good shot on the top of the key by Keeley. And Harrison County has their largest lead at 13-5. 7:36 left to go in the first half. Simons up top with the basketball. Spins, puts up a shot from 10 feet in the lane. It's in and out, no good. Rebound bounces high, and Simons goes and gets her own miss, but then has her pocket picked. And then Harrison County turns the ball right back over, so one turnover begets another. Tedder gets the ball to Simons in front of the stable. Simons back to the top of the key to Humphreys for a three-pointer. Off the flange, no good. This time Van Hook is there for the rebound. Up the floor and into the front court comes Harrison County. Up top, Custard to Hudgens to the left side to Van Hook. Back up top to Hudgens to the right side to Keeley. Now in the corner, Hedrick fakes the three. Now gets it back to the top of the key to Custard. Now to Hudgens on the baseline to Van Hook. Van Hook skip pass up top to Custard to the elbow on the near side to Hines in the corner. Finds Hedrick for three. Short. Rebound comes all the way back to Gabb, who gets the rebound. Gets the ball to Custard at the top of the key. Custard dishes the ball inside to Hines up top to Hudgens for a tray. Oh, way off the mark to the right. But Hines is there for the putback. Nice job that time by Kara attacking the offensive glass. And that puts Harrison up by 10, 15-5. 6 minutes left to go, or a little over that here in the first half. With the basketball, Hedges at the foul line. Gets to Humphreys in the corner. She'll find Tedder. Tedder drives, gets the ball down low to Davis, and now she's going to be tied up by Hines. Possession arrow will keep the ball in Nicholas County's hands as Brooke Kinney comes back in for Harrison. Also returning to the floor for Nicholas, Cleaver and Hatton. From her own baseline to trigger the inbounds pass will be Hedges. Hedges gets the ball to Cleaver in the corner. Up top in between the circles finds Simons. Simons backs up near the center circle. Surveying Harrison's defense. Gets it on the right side to Humphreys in front of the stable. Humphreys tried a crossover dribble, but it's going to be stolen away by Hines. Hines to the basket. Misses the layup. Took off too soon. Rebound is going to be pulled down by Cleaver. So here we head the other direction. Nicholas down by 10. At the left elbow, Cleaver gets the ball to Hatton. Hatton spins, almost knocked down Hines. Misses the shot. But there's Hines for her fourth rebound of the first quarter, or first half. Hudgens across the timeline, her team leading 15-5, 5.5 left to go in the first half. Van Hook to the left side to Kinney, back up top to Van Hook, now to Hudgens in the paint to Hines, up top to Van Hook, back to the left side to Kinney. Now to Hudgens, long range in between the circles. She'll get the ball to Van Hook on the left side, now to Kinney on the wing. Kinney up top to Hudgens. Bailey spins around, sees Simons is right there. Now backs up near the timeline. Moves over to the left side, goes down to the block. Her layup is off the front of the rim, no good. And the rebound is brought down by Hatton. And here come the Lady Jackets. Cleaver in the front court, nearly dropped it out of bounds. Is able to maintain possession, though. Tries a pass to Hatton, knocked away by Van Hook. Ball's on the floor loose. And finally coming up with it will be Tedder. Make that Humphreys. Humphreys to Simon. Her shot's no good. Now Hatton goes up. Her shot is good, and she is fouled. And she'll have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. Make sure I get that on there. 4:34 left. Hatton at the line this year is a 57% free throw shooter, and her free throw is good. As she completes the old-fashioned three-point play, gets her team back to within 7. Coming into the Davis back in with the basketball. Harrison County bringing it up the floor. 4.5 left to go here in the second quarter. Van Hook throws the ball away. Steal this time by Hatton. She'll get the ball to Simons, who goes to the basket on the other direction and lays it up and in. And just like that, the Lady Jackets are back to within 5. Tell you what, I'm impressed with this Maggie Simons. She's a nice point guard, especially as a 7th grader. Now, we've got a 30-second timeout called by the Phillies, so we'll keep it right here. But here in the second quarter, there's now 4 minutes and 9 seconds left, and Harrison County's one-time 10-point lead has been chopped in half to 15-10. Well, if you've been thinking about a farm or machinery loan, call Michael Furnish with Farm Credit Mid-America at 859-254-2741 and learn how he can help you. Of course, this girls' game preview, well, not a preview, but a predecessor to the second game, which will pit the Thoroughbreds against the Blue Jackets, a team that Harrison County beat 66-29 just a couple of weeks ago over in Carlisle. Alrighty, out of the timeout, Harrison with the ball. Hines gets it into the backcourt to Hudgens. Hudgens up the floor, trying to get away from Simon's defense. Nearly threw the ball away, and now the ball is loose on the floor. And they call a jump ball. Possession arrow will keep the ball in the hands of the Phillies, but we do have a foul. They're going to call a foul on Hines. So give the ball back to Nicholas. Hedges in the corner, gets the ball to Hatton, goes to the block. Her up and under move is no good, but she's going to be fouled, and that foul is going to be called on Van Hook, her first. Hatton 1 for 1 from the line. She just did complete a old-fashioned three-point play. Now trying to get both the free throws here. First one's on the way and good. So Hatton narrows the gap to just 4 at 15-11 with 3:55 on the clock here in the second quarter. Second free throw for the senior is also good. She has 7 points. That's just 2 below her season's average. Already here in the game, 15-12. 7 unanswered when scored by Nicholas County. Full court man pressure. Inbounds pass comes to Custer. Drops the ball. Loose ball picked up by Nicholas. Hook shot put up and in. This time by Simons. 7 points for Maggie Simons. That's already 2 above her season's average. And the Lady Jackets are back to within 1 at 15-14. 3:39, and now another steal by the Lady Jackets. That's 3 straight possessions, resulting in turnovers for the Phillies. Davis from the block travels. Yep, good defense that time by Kinney and Van Hook, as Hedrick will step back into the ball game. 8 turnovers altogether now for Nicholas. Harrison County likewise with 8 miscues. Once again, full court pressure being applied by Nicholas. Inbounds pass comes to Hudgens. Hudgens trapped in the backcourt, lobs the ball to Hedrick. Hedrick barely able to keep control, gets it in the front court to Custard. Custard lobs the ball in the paint to Hines, knocked away by Davis. And here come the Lady Jackets the other way after the steal. Simons to the basket, her layup is no good. Rebound is going to be pulled in by Hines. Hines with 5 boards in the game. Harrison County with a 1-point lead. Once again, Coach Marshall telling her girls to get going. 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Harrison that led 15-5, now lead just 15-14 at the free throw line. Hines back up top to Custard. Now to Van Hook, gets it in the corner to Hudgens. Hudgens races baseline, and as she gets to the block, she's going to be tripped up by Nevia Davis. That'll be Davis's first personal foul. So Humphreys will check back in now for Nicholas County. Coming in for Nevia Davis. From her own baseline, Van Hook to trigger the inbounds pass. Looking, gets the ball to Hadrick. Left side three-point try, short. Rebound grabbed by Hedges. Hedges looking for someone to pass to. Finally gets it to Cleaver. Cleaver in the front court, in the corner to Humphreys for a three. Bounces off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Hatton. Her putback is good. And Nicholas County has come all the way back from a 10-point deficit to take a 16-15 lead on the putback basket by Melanie Hatton. 2:17 left to go in what's been a disastrous second quarter for the Phillies. Van Hook on the wing, skip pass to the near side to Hadrick. Hadrick backs up, gets it out top to Custard. Back to Hadrick in the corner in front of the Lady Jacket bench. Now to Custard on the wing, to Hines, to Hudgens. Left side, Van Hook, three, air ball. Shot that 15-footer about 17 feet. And now they're going to say that Nicholas County touched the ball last, so Harrison County will maintain possession. It looked like Cleaver was trying to jump over the ball. I think that her leg got a piece of the ball, so I'm going to say a good call. Van Hook from her own baseline, this side of the basket. Gets the ball to Hines, back to Van Hook, now up top to Hadrick. Gab backs up again, gets the ball to Hudgens from the left elbow. Jump shot short, very short. Rebound is going to go out of bounds off of Harrison. So give the ball back to Nicholas with that 1-point lead as they continue an 11-point run. That foul is on Van Hook, and that'll be Caroline's third. So that quickly prompts a move by Coach Marshall. As Kylie Hudgens will check in for the first time. Hudgens, a 5'8 senior, averaging 0.6 points a game, but will come in for Van Hook. Going to the line for one and the bonus will be Cleaver. On the year, she is a 68% free throw shooter. This is her first attempt of the night. Looking for her first point as well. Free throw is good. Nevia Davis checks back in as the lead for the Lady Jackets grows to 2. Anticipating this second free throw with 1:47 left to go in the half from Cleaver. Second one's on its way and good. Now coming in will be Sydney Carpenter again for the Lady Jackets, who now lead 18-15. As they've now reeled off some 13 points in a row. Inbounds pass comes to Hudgens against the break. Bailey Hudgens with the basketball. Got to remember there's two Hudgens in there now. Hines back to Bailey Hudgens. Bailey moves to the left wing, gets the ball in the corner to Kylie Hudgens. Back up top to Custard. Custard inside the arc on the right side, goes baseline, cut off, gets the ball on the block to Hines. Her off-balance shot from there is no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it back up, no good, but she's fouled. And Kara will go to the line for two. Foul is going to be on Hatton. That'll be Melanie Hatton's second. She's the second Nicholas County player to pick up multiple fouls. Hines 2 for 2 from the line. 1:25 on the clock, trying to stop this 13-point run and get her team back to within one, hopefully. First free throw is good. Hatton and Cleaver return now for Coach Letcher. Harrison County gets back to within 2 on that first free throw by Hines with 1:25 left to go in the half. Second free throw is going to spin in there as well, as the Phillies are back to within 1 at 18-17. Coming up the floor with the basketball is Simons once again. Simons to the left side, long range to Humphreys. Humphreys guarded by Kylie Hudgens, gets it in between the circles, now to Hedges. Hedges drives, cut off by Hadrick, and nearly stolen away by Gabb, but picking up the loose ball, Cleaver. Cleaver throws the ball in the corner. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Hines, so Nicholas will maintain possession. Just over a minute to go in our first half. From in front of the stable at the hash mark, Hedges inbounds the ball to Simons. Simons in between the circles. Angles right, now comes back left, gets it on the wing on the near side to Humphreys. Humphreys to Cleaver in the corner, down on the block to Hatton. Hatton backs up Hines, and now is going to be called for the travel. Good defense once again by Kara. So Harrison County a chance to retake the lead as Davis and Carpenter check back in for Cleaver and Hatton. Along with the offensive-defensive substitution thoughts, trying to keep two of his better players out of any more foul trouble as both Hatton and Cleaver have 2 fouls. Hadrick with the basketball, beats the press, gets the ball in the front court to Custard. Custard to Hadrick, or makes that Hudgens who lays it up and in. Bailey's 6-point puts Harrison County back in the lead, 19-18. In the front court with just 34 seconds left to go in the half come the Lady Jackets. Humphreys to Simons. Simons in the corner finds Carpenter. Carpenter back up top to Hedges. Hedges to the left side to Humphreys. In the corner finds Simons with 20 seconds left. Simons up top to Carpenter. Over to the right side. Here's a long three by Hedges. Good. Amberly Hedges buries the tray to put her team up 21-19. Just seven seconds left. Hudgens gets the ball to Kylie Hudgens. Kylie inside to Hines. Hines has the ball taken away from her by Nevia Davis as the buzzer sounds. And that is the way that the first half will end with your score. Nicholas County 21, Harrison County 19. Tough second quarter for our girls after playing very well in the first 8 minutes. We invite you to join us now for our halftime show, brought to you by Joe Cochran out at State Farm. We'll go over all the scoring and stats for the first half and see how those stack up right after this. But once again, in the first half of this girl-boy doubleheader, your halftime score, Nicholas County 21, Harrison County 19. You're listening to Philly basketball on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, we got a good one going on again between the Phillies and the Lady Jackets. Right now, it's the Nicholas County squad leading 21-19. Midway through the first quarter, Harrison County seemingly opened up a tight game with an 8-0 run that put them up 10-4. But then early in the second quarter, with Harrison County having built that lead to as many as 10 at 15-5, the Lady Jackets scored 13 consecutive points to go up 18-15 as Harrison County went scoreless for almost 5 game minutes. Harrison County was able to get the lead back just before Amberly Hedges hit a three just before the halftime buzzer. Taking a look at the individual scoring. First for Harrison County, we've got 2 players with 6 points apiece. That's Kara Hines and Bailey Hudgens. 3 points on a tray by Keely Custard, and a couple of points as well for both Gab Hatterick and Caroline Van Hook. Also playing but not scoring, Kylie Hudgens and Brooke Kinney. Meanwhile, for Nicholas County, they're paced in the first half by Melanie Hatton, who's already matched her season's average with 9 points. 7 points for Maggie Simons, their 7th grade point guard. 3 points on that tray by Amberly Hedges there towards the end of the half. And a couple of points on a couple of free throws by Cleaver. Also playing but not scoring, Tessa Humphreys, Sydney Carpenter, Lauren Tedder, and Nevia Davis. That's the way that the individual numbers stack up. We'll take a break, come back, and take a look at the team stats following this timeout. But once again, from here on the Hilltop, your halftime score, Nicholas County 21, Harrison County 19. You're listening to Philly Basketball on WCYN Sports. Back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County trailing by a couple of points to the Nicholas County Lady Jackets in the first of this girl-boy doubleheader. Let's take a look now at the team stats. Harrison County had a tough time from the floor, especially in the second quarter. Overall, making 6 out of 20 shots for 30%, including 1 of 8 from beyond the perimeter. But in that second quarter, particularly, they made just 2 of 10 for 20%. Meanwhile, Nicholas County in the first half, 7 of 17. That's 41.2% shooting. They attempted 3 trays and made just 1. From the free throw line, both teams doing very well. The Phillies 6 for 6 and even 100%, while Nicholas County was 6 out of 7. That's 85.7%. Turnovers very even as well. Harrison County committed 10 turnovers in the first half, while Nicholas County committed 9. And the rebounding is also fairly even. Harrison County winning that battle, though, 11-10. Of Nicholas County's 10 rebounds, 4 were of the offensive variety. They're led in rebounding in the first half by Melanie Hatton, who has 3 boards here at the break. Meanwhile, 5 offensive and 6 defensive rebounds for the Phillies. They're led by Kara Hines, who has 6 rebounds here at the break. So there are your numbers from this first half, both individually and as the teams. Right now, both are still practicing, getting warmed up for what should be an exciting last 2 quarters. So we'll take a break and then come back with the handoff for the third quarter right after this timeout. Once again, your halftime score, Nicholas County 21, Harrison County 19. You're listening to Philly Basketball on WCY. time by the 8th grader as she buries her second tray of the night and puts her team up by a score of 22-21. Not going to say that Keeley was lucky on that, but it took a lot of iron before it went down. Here's a shot put up, a three-pointer by Cleaver that's no good. Harrison County knocked it out of bounds, so Lady Jackets will maintain possession down by 1. From her own baseline, this side of the basket, Hedges gets it on the corner to Cleaver. Cleaver dribbles inside, the arc in the paint, spins to the block, puts up a shot, no good, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. Foul's going to be called on Hines, and that'll be Kara's second. So Cleaver back to the line where she's 2 for 2, trying to both tie this game and give her team the lead inside the first minute of the third period. Junior puts it up and good, and we are tied once again. That's our third tie of the contest. Second free throw at the 7:13 mark by Cleaver is also good. Gives her team the lead back, this time at 23-22. Up the floor with the basketball comes Hadrick against the press. Gets to Hines. Hines back to Hadrick. Gets it into the front court on the far side to Custard. Custard back to Hadrick, who goes baseline. Kicks it in the paint to Hines. Her 10-footer bounces out. Rebound's going to be pulled down by Hatton. Hatton with 4 boards here in the game so far. She'll get the ball to Cleaver in the front court. Cleaver goes down to the block, kicks it in the corner to Humphreys for 3, rattles out. Rebound is going to be ripped down by Van Hook. And here come the Phillies trying to retake the lead. In the front court, Custer to the top of the key to Hudgens. Bailey on the wing. Now gets it back to Caroline, up top to Custard on the far side. Custard to the top of the key to Van Hook, in the paint to Hines. Hines, backdoor cut to Hadrick, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down by Humphreys. You got to make those kind of shots. Now a steal by Hines. Gets the ball to Hadrick, down low to Hudgens. Bailey's 5-footer good. Harrison County will take the lead back at 24-23. Up the floor and into the front court come the Lady Jackets with 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Cleaver with the basketball at the foul line. Gets it on the near wing to Simons for 3. Good! Is there anything this 7th grader can't do? As she buries the tray, she now has 10 points and has given her team a 2-point lead at 26-24. 5:43 left here in the third quarter with the basketball. Hines gets it on the wing to Custard, up top to Hudgens. Bailey down on the block, tries a pass to Hines. It's beyond her. She tries to save it from going out of bounds and passes it to the Lady Jackets. Cleaver to Simons. Simons down in the paint to Hatton, has the ball knocked away from behind and stolen by Hines. Hines to Van Hook, now to Hudgens. Harrison down by 2. Hadrick fires a 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Chasing down the long rebound is Kara Hines. Here's a shot put up, no good by Hudgens. Rebound brought down this time by Hatton. And we're going to have a foul called, and that's going to be on Van Hook. So Caroline picks up her 4th personal foul. Coach Marshall thinking about it, but reluctantly at the next dead ball, Brooke Kinney will come in. Van Hook's so good on the backboards over the last 5 games, averaging 9 rebounds per. Here's a pass to Cleaver in the front court. Nicholas County up by a deuce. Under 5 to go in the third. Cleaver crosses over her dribble, moves into the paint, now kicks it up top to Simons. Simons, pass to the right side, knocked away by Hedrick, but Hedges is there to pick up the loose ball. To the left side to Cleaver, long range. Cleaver back between the circles to Simons. Simons spins into the paint. Now she got a little too far underneath the basket and ran out of a place to go and turned the ball over. Kinney checks in for Van Hook. Brooke, you got to do the job underneath the baskets now. Hines against the full court pressure, gets the ball into the hands of Hadrick. Gabb lobs the ball, knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Hudgens. Bailey has the ball stripped away, but this time Custard picks up the loose ball. Goes to the block. Her layup is going to bounce off the rim, no good. And Humphreys comes down with the rebound for Nicholas County, as Harrison County just can't buy one over the last quarter and a half. Now we're going to have a foul on Cleaver for overguarding, and that'll be Jada Cleaver's 3rd. So not only does Harrison County have some issues with foul trouble, so does Nicholas County. Coach Letcher will keep Cleaver in there for now anyway. Kinney will inbounds the ball from the far hash mark. Gets it in the corner to Hadrick. Hadrick drives to the paint, stops, looks, has the ball knocked away from behind, and stolen by Simons. And here come Lady Jackets the other way. We're just looking at a sink out there tonight. And I think it's because of the tough defense applied by Nicholas County. Simons to the left side to Cleaver for a long-range tray. Good! Jada Cleaver with her first tray of the night. And the ladies from Nicholas County have built their largest lead at 29-24. 3:49 left to go in the third. Hadrick in the front court. Up top finds Hudgens. Gets the ball to the foul line to Hines. Pass to the right side to Keeley for a three-pointer herself. Banks it in! Nice job that time by Custard. Her third tray of the night. Gets her team back to within a deuce at 29-27. 3:29 on the clock now here in the third. Simons to the top of the key, finds Hatton to the left side to Humphreys, long range. Humphreys drives to the foul line, gets it down on the block to Hatton, almost dropped it. Now double teamed, in trouble, gets the ball to Humphreys. Humphreys splits the double team, and as she does, she's going to be fouled. Fouls on Hudgens, and that'll be Bailey's third. Yikes. Already Van Hook on the bench with 4 personal fouls, and we still got 3:14 left to go in the third quarter. From her own baseline, Simons to trigger the inbounds pass. Gets to Cleaver in the corner. She'll fire a three. Good! Can't leave her alone like that. That's her 8th point of the third quarter, and puts her team back up by 5, 32-27. Against the full court pressure, Hines with the basketball in the backcourt. Gets it in the front court to Hadrick. Hadrick on the left side, moves inside the arc, kicks it to Custard on the wing. Keeley now gets the ball to the far side to Kinney. Ball knocked away inside. Loose ball picked up by Nicholas. Racing the other way is Simons. Her layup is good. 12 points for Maggie Simons. And now the lead for the Lady Jackets is 7 at 34-27. Under 3 to go here in the third. Kinney with the basketball on the right side. Drives to the baseline. Cut off. And now we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Marshall. We'll take it as well. 2:26 left to go in the third. Your score, Nicholas County 34, Harrison County 27. You're listening to Philly Basketball on WC. All righty, back here at the Hilltop. Harrison County down by 7 with 2:26 left to go in the third. Hadrick out of the timeout, gets the ball to Hines. Hines back to Hadrick, 10-footer good. Clutch shot that time by Gabb. Harrison County narrows the deficit to just 5 at 34-29. In the front court with the basketball come the Lady Jackets. Now a foul is going to be called on Bailey Hudgens going for the steal. That'll be Bailey's 4th. So both Hudgens and Van Hook with 4 fouls apiece. From the sideline on the near side, Hedges gets the ball inbounds to Simons. Simons across the timeline. Looks over the Harrison defense, gets it on the right side, long range to Humphreys. Humphreys spins around, gets it on the baseline to Simons. Simons guarded by Bailey Hudgens. Now has the ball knocked away, but she goes and retrieves it. Simons does, gets it in the corner to Hatton. Hatton drives against Hines. Now kicks it up front to Cleaver. Cleaver goes to the elbow, to the left side to Hedges for a three-point try. Very short, barely grazed the rim, if at all. Goes out of bounds. Give the ball back to the Phillies. Treat yourself to some Snappy. salads, chicken wings, sandwiches, and of course Beast Pizza. Call 235-7627 right now. That's 235-SNAP. Thank you, Ryan. Glad to have you back. Here's a shot put up by Hadrick. It's no good. Rebound pulled in by Custard, but then she throws it to the other team. Now racing the other way, Simons, who puts it up and in. Maggie Simons now with 14. Puts her Lady Jackets back up by 7, 36-29. Just bad transition defense that time by the Phillies. Hudgens in the front court, goes into the paint, stops, and as she wraps the ball around her defender, we're going to have a foul called on Simons. That's Simons' first personal. Nevia Davis coming back in the game, as well as Lauren Tedder for the Lady Jackets. From her own baseline to trigger the inbounds pass will be Kenny. Kenny playing extended minutes because of the foul trouble on Caroline Vanhook, who already has 4. Kenny gets it up in the corner, knocked away by Simons out of bounds. Harrison County will maintain possession. From the corner, Kenny to trigger the inbounds pass. Kenny looking, gets the ball to Hadrick, back to Kenny. Brooke gets it down low to Hines, who lays it up and in. Nice assist that time by Brooke. Caro now with 8 points. Harrison County hanging tough as they now trail by just 5 again at 36-31. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Simons with the basketball, backs up between the circles to the left side. Here's a 3 by Tedder, short. Rebound pulled down once again by Hines. Up the floor come the Phillies, that's Hadrick. Hadrick gets it on the wing to Hudgens for 3. Oh, dang it, a little too long. Rebound is going to be pulled down by Simons. Into the front court come the Lady Jackets with 23 seconds left to go in the quarter. Cleaver in between the circles. Now drifts over to the left side, gets it into the hands of Simons. Simons in between the circles now to Tedder. 10 seconds left. Tedder spins, trying to get around Custer, but Custer staying right with her. Now Tedder knocks her down. Good job that time by Custer, drawing the charge and giving the ball back to the Phillies. They'll have to go the length of the floor in the next 5.4 seconds to get off the last points of this third period. Inbounding it will be Hines. Gets it to Custard, to Hudgens. Hudgens then throws the ball away, and that is the way that the third quarter will end with your score. Nicholas County 36, Harrison County 31. You're listening to Philly Basketball on WCY. All righty, here we go. Harrison trailing by 5, and Nicholas has the ball to begin the fourth quarter. Humphreys looking for help. Now takes her dribble in front of her own bench, nearly taken away, and now a timeout is going to be called by Coach Letcher as he saw a turnover about to become one. And it's going to be just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Good defense that time by Brooke Kinney. 7:47 left to go in this basketball game, and right now it's Harrison County who trails 36-31. Harrison County Farm Bureau knows that if you want something protected, you keep it covered. Call 234-4514, and Dustin or Amy will get you covered. Harrison County 9-9 coming in. Nicholas County 7-10. Both teams 2-0 in district play. Harrison County, just to let you know, has won 24 consecutive district games. dating back to December of 2017. The last team to beat them, Nicholas County. Hedges inbounds the ball in the backcourt to Simons. Simons in between the circles finds Hatton. Hatton to the left side to Humphreys, long range. Humphreys down low to Hatton, who puts it up and in. Some way she wiggled her way away from her defender and makes the easy layup, putting her team up 38-31. 30 seconds in, a steal by Simons again, but then it's re-stolen by Keely Custard. She'll get it back into the hands of Bailey Hudgens. Passed into the paint to Hines, on the wing to Kenny for a three. Too long. Offside rebound is going to be pulled in by Cleaver. Into the front court come Lady Jackets on the right side to Humphreys, long range. Humphreys in between the circles to Simons. Simons with 14 points. Now gets the ball to the near sideline to Hedges. Back up top now to Cleaver, long range. Cleaver trying to drive around Custard. Now drops the ball and kicks it out of bounds. So once again, good defense by Custard. Gives the ball back to Harrison County. Now we need to make some hay. Full court man pressure by the Lady Jackets. Inbounds pass comes to Hudgens. Hudgens up the floor, gets the ball now to Hines. Hines in the front court now, goes into the paint, drops the ball, and it's picked up by Simons. And then Simons lost the ball. Loose ball picked up by Kinney. She'll get the ball to Hedrick, who lobs the ball to Hudgens inside the center circle. Bailey against the tough defense of Simons. Lobs it over to Custard. Now back in the corner to Hudgens. Down low to Hedrick, who puts it up and in. Good ball movement that time by the Phillies. As Gab gets her team back to within 5 at 38-33. Still 6 minutes left to go. In the front court, Humphreys gets it into the corner to Hedges. Hedges back on the wing, long range to Cleaver. Cleaver to the right side to Humphreys. In the corner finds Simons. Simons almost threw the ball away. Hedges picks up the loose ball. Back to Simons. Back up three. Good. Oh, my gosh. 17 points for Maggie Simons, her second tray of the night. Puts her team up 41-33. That's their largest lead of the ball game. 5:51 left to go. In the front court, racing to the basket, Hudgens. Her layup is good. Nice drive that time by Bailey. She has 10 points. Gets her team back to within a 6 spot at 41-35. Now we need a defensive stop. Into the front court come the Lady Jackets. Hatton gets it down on the block and lays it in. You just can't let Hatton get the ball that low. So Melanie Hatton on the layup. Puts her team back out on top by 8, 43-35. 5:22 left. In the front court comes Hadrick. Hadrick drives, cut up by Humphreys, tries a pass inside. Stolen this time by Hatton, but then re-stolen by Bailey Hudgens, who puts it up and in. Good job that time by Bailey. Harrison County back to within 6 at 43-37 after that steal and layup. Into the front court with 5 minutes left comes Simons. To the left side finds Hatton, long range. Hatton moves to the block, drops the ball. Loose ball picked up by Custard, and here come the Phillies. Custard in the front court in between the circles. At the top of the key, backs it back up, gets to the left side to Hudgens. Down on the block to Hines. Hines tries a baseline pass to Kinney. She can't control it. He goes out of bounds. Got to remember who you got in the game there, girls. 4:40 left. Nicholas County with the basketball. Cynthia Hardee's has made from scratch breakfast options and the best burgers in town. Hardee's is a proud supporter of Breads and Phillies basketball. Across the timeline comes Simons to the left side, finds Hatton. And now a foul is going to be called on Hines. That'll be Kara's third. So Van Hook and Hudgens each with 4. And now 3 on Hines. Van Hook will check back into the ball game now despite the 4 fouls as Kinney will come out. From the far sideline, Hedges will trigger the inbounds pass. Gets it into the backcourt to Simons. Simons, 17 points tonight. Also good defense for the 7th grader as well. Cleaver on the left side. Picks up her dribble. Gets it to the top of the key to Simons. Simons guarded by Hadrick. Dribbles inside the arc. Now gets it to Hatton. Hatton splits the defense. Goes to the basket and lays it in. Got to cut her off and take a charge. Melanie Hatton puts her team back up by 8. 45-37 as we hit the midway point of the 4th quarter. And now Hudgens bounces the ball off her foot. Saved by Van Hook, but she can't save it to the right team. Simons goes coast to coast. Her shot's no good. Good pressure by Custard. Rebound is pulled in by Hedrick, who does a nice job of bouncing it off the leg of her defender. And allowing Harrison County to maintain possession. With the basketball up the floor will come Bailey Hudgens. Bailey's done a nice job, plays a lot of minutes with 4 fouls. Hudgens on the left side gets the ball to Hadrick. Hadrick in the paint to Hines. Ball fake. Has her shot blocked by Hatton. And the rebound pulled down by Hedges. In the front court come the Lady Jackets, leading by 8, 3.5 left. Harrison was about a 6-point favorite. Simons races to the basket unencumbered and lays it in. 19 points now for the 7th grader, who has led her team tonight to a 10-point lead at 47-37 with 3:16 left. Hadrick in the front court. Now gets it between the circles to Hudgens. Hudgens lobs the ball to Van Hook in front of the Harrison bench. Van Hook back to the other side to Custard. In the corner finds Hadrick. Hadrick fires a 3, short. Rebound picked up by Cleaver. And here come the Lady Jackets racing down the floor. Cleaver lays it up, no good, but she's going to be fouled. And we'll go to the line for 2. Foul's going to be on Custard. That'll be Keeley's first. Cleaver 4 for 4 from the line, has 10 points. First free throw by the Redhead is on the way and good. Extends the lead for the Lady Jackets to 11 at 48-37, and time starting to run short with 2:51 on the clock. Second free throw is no good. Going in there and getting the rebound is Van Hook. With the ball into the front court comes Hudgens. Bailey trying to get away from Simons. Crossover dribble, drops it. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Nicholas County's Cleaver. And now here comes Lady Jackets. Simons has her pocket picked by Custard. Keeley in the front court to Hudgens. Hudgens to the basket. Layup is missed, but a foul is going to be called on Melanie Hatton. That'll be Hatton's third. So going to the line, Bailey Hudgens. She's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Has 10 points, 3 above her season's average. She's had to play a lot of minutes tonight. Bailey, the freshman, gets the ball. Trying to get the deficit down to single digits. First free throw's good. Harrison down 48-38. 2:28 on the clock. Second free throw by Hudgens is also good. Gives her a dozen. And a timeout called by Harrison County. Is it going to be a full? It's going to be a 30. So we'll keep her right here. Harrison County leading, Nicholas County leading 48-39 with 2:28 on the clock. Gives us a chance to remind you, after I write this down, that if you've been thinking about a farmer machinery loan, call Michael Furnish with Farm Credit Mid-America at 859-254-2741 and learn how he can help you. Phillies hampered by foul trouble tonight, especially with Caroline Van Hook having to sit probably over half of this game in foul trouble. She's been a force inside of late. Bailey Hudgens dealing with foul trouble of her own. Full court pressure now being applied by Harrison. Hedges gets the ball inbounds to Cleaver. Cleaver up the floor to Simons. Simons in the front court. Will now pick up the ball, looking for help. Gets it to Cleaver. Simons with 19 points. That's her career high. Cleaver inside the center circle. Just bleeding the clock down. Gets the ball to Simons. Simons spins and almost had it stolen away by Hedrick. But they're going to call a foul on Gab, and that'll be her second. So we'll shoot one in the bonus. Treat yourself to some Snappy. Salads, chicken wings, sandwiches, and of course, Beast Pizza. Call 235-7627 right now. That's 235-SNAP. Thank you, Ryan. Simons, 1 for 2 from the line tonight. First free throw is good. She has absolutely killed us tonight. Second free throw upcoming to try to make it an 11-point game once again with 2:08 on the clock. It's on the way and perfect. Nothing but net. And she's still in middle school, folks. We got a long time to have to deal with Maggie Simons. In the front court with the basketball, Van Hook goes baseline. Cut off, gets it back on the wing to Hudgens. Hudgens now crosses over her dribble. Long pass to the near side to Custard. Custard from the elbow extended. Jump shot, no good off the flange. And Hatton is there for the rebound. Hatton with 6 boards on the night. Phillies down by 11 with less than 2 left. In the backcourt, Simons gets in the front court to Hatton on the far sideline. Now to Simons inside the center circle. Try saying that 5 times real fast. In the corner, Hedges has it now. Hedges looking, lobs it back out top to Cleaver. Cleaver to the near side to Simons. Simons being harassed out there by Hadrick. Gets the ball in the corner to Humphreys. Humphreys will dribble the ball back to the top of the key where she'll get the ball to Cleaver. Harrison County not going after the fouls very hard. Cleaver just kind of circling around out there, dribbling the ball. Gets the ball to Humphreys as the clock is down to a minute 9. 50-39 your score. Nicholas County up. And now to the near sideline. Cleaver has it. Cleaver looks around and gets past the ball to Hatton. But first a foul is going to be assessed. And I think it's going to be on Hadrick. It will be on Gabb, and that'll be her third. A 13-0 run by Nicholas County in the second quarter. The main reason they're ahead in this game right now. Cleaver 5 for 6 from the foul line in the game. Her first free throw is good with 57 seconds left, giving her team its largest lead at 51-39. Second free throw for the junior is on the way and good as well. Give her a baker's dozen. Harrison County now down 52-39. Time running short. Van Hook with the basketball, goes baseline, cut up by Hatton. And now we're going to have a foul called on Cleaver going for the steal. That'll be Jada Cleaver's 4th. Now Brooke Kinney will check back in for Harrison County. And she'll come in for Hadrick. From her own baseline, Van Hook will trigger the inbounds pass. Gets it down low to Hines, knocked away by Hatton. And now a tie-up. Possession arrow will keep the ball in Harrison County's hands. Harrison with 11 turnovers here in the second half. 10 for Nicholas. From her own baseline, Van Hook lobs the ball to Hines. Knocked away, but Van Hook picks up the loose ball. Her 8-footer's an air ball. Offside rebound pulled down by Cleaver. Just 40 seconds left. Simons with the basketball into the front court as she breaks the press. Gets it inside the center circle to Cleaver. Cleaver spins around. Just dribbling the clock down to 27 now. And now a kick by Van Hook. But Nicholas will maintain possession. Another thing about Simons is she's got good endurance. She's played just about this entire game. From the near sideline, Hedges gets the ball inbounds to Simons in the backcourt. Simons across the timeline on the near side, nearly turned it over. Now moves to the top of the key. Now just dribbling the ball around. Van Hook chasing her, but Caroline with those 4 fouls. Now a pass to Cleaver on the far sideline. Back to the near side to Hedges, on the baseline to Hatton. Hatton with 6 seconds left. Lost the ball. Steal by Van Hook. She'll get the ball to Kinney, who throws the ball into the front court. And that will be your ball game. The Nicholas County Lady Jackets win by a final score of 52-39. Dropping Harrison County to 9-10 on the year, while Nicholas County will improve to 8-10 on the season. But more importantly, Nicholas County stops Harrison County's 24-game win streak against district opponents and drops the Phillies to 2-1 in district play, while Nicholas County takes over first place in the race for the number 1 seed in the 38th district tournament after the season with a perfect record of 3-0. We invite you to join us now for our post-game show brought to you by MCTC at our Lincoln Valley campus. We'll go over all the scoring and stats for this game, as well as have a chat with Coach Marshall and name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. All that coming up after this timeout. But once again, your final score from here on the Hilltop in the first of this girl-boy doubleheader. Nicholas County 52, Harrison County 39. You've been listening to Philly Basketball on WC. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County's Phillies lose by a final score of 52-39 in the first part of this girl-boy doubleheader. A game that Harrison County seemed to have in control early on when they went on an 8-0 run in the first quarter that gave them a 10-4 lead at that point. And that lead grew to 15-5 early in the second quarter. But that's when the Lady Jackets caught fire, scoring 13 unanswered points as the Phillies went some 5 minutes without scoring. That put the Lady Jackets ahead 18-15. They eventually would go into the locker room leading 21-19. In the third quarter, slowly but surely, the Lady Jackets continued to grow the lead to as much as 7. And then in the fourth quarter, just controlled the tempo, controlled the basketball, forcing Harrison County to a bunch of turnovers and just took over this game. More particular than anything else, Maggie Simons, the 5th, 6th, 7th grade point guard, 21 points, 14 of them coming in the second half to lead her team. Wow. Taking a look at the scoring first for Nicholas, who is now 8-10 overall. And as we said, 3-0 in district play. They actually placed 3 players in double figures, led by Maggie Simons, 21, including in those 21 were 2 3-pointers. For Simons, that's her new career high at 21. Her previous career high was 16, which she got against Fleming County earlier this year. 15 points were scored by Melanie Hatton, who is just a strong force inside that we just couldn't stop, seemed like. Jada Cleaver, after a very slow first half, comes up with 11 of her 13 points in the second half for the third player for Nicholas to be in double figures. Also scoring was Amberly Hedges, who had a pretty big 3 in the first quarter when her team was struggling. Also playing but not scoring for the Lady Jackets, Tessa Humphreys, Sydney Carpenter, Lauren Tedder, and Nevia Davis. For Harrison County, Bailey Hudgens led the way with 14 points. As I got to give a lot of credit to Bailey because she spent a lot of time with 4 personal fouls playing on the floor and never did pick up her 5th. So good job, Bailey, there. Keely Custard had 9 points on 3 trays. 8 points for Kara Hines, 6 for Gab Hadrick, a couple for Caroline Van Hook as well. Also playing but not scoring, Kylie Hudgens and Brooke Kinney. That's the way the individual numbers look. We'll be back and talk to Coach Marshall after this timeout. You've been listening to Philly Basketball on WC. Back here at the Hilltop, joined now by Coach Kim Marshall. And Coach, we played, I thought, pretty well in the first quarter, but then we just let them be the aggressors.
Yeah, there's a play where we were 4-15 where it kind of bumped around, scrapping. Both teams were scrapping, and they came up with it, Hatton right under the basket, and then gets an and one, and the tide just completely turned after that. And they knew then that they could out-scrap us, they could outwork us, and all night they got the 50-50 balls. They worked just a tad bit harder. They wanted it just a tad bit more, and that's the result.
Caroline Van Hook with foul trouble. It didn't help us any because she's been so strong underneath the basket lately.
I mean, you had her foul trouble. Bailey was in foul trouble. I thought Bailey did a good job of, she picked up 2 early and staying in the game and not picking up that third. And then, you had Gab, who's been sick all day, so she's not 100%. So somebody else has got to step up, and we just looked completely out of sync. They sat in that zone, and we looked scared to death of it, just very unaggressive. And, that's frustrating because we couldn't get girls to go into the gut of the zone and break it down and be aggressive with it. Passing up wide open shots when we're down, we need to be aggressive, and they're not. They didn't do it. They didn't pass up anything. They're taking it right to the hole. Little 7th grader go out there and put on a show for us. So, that'll be fun to watch her for the next few years, won't it?
I didn't say fun. I just thought, oh, no, we've got to face her for the next 5 years.
She's a good player. She's aggressive. She's, confident.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. So, I don't mind having good players to play against and to scout against and stuff like that. I want to play against the best, and I want our girls to be want to go out there and play against the best and not be scared of it.
Right.
And now we're down, and we got to figure out a way to fight our way back. It's not out of the run for the number 1 seed, right. But now you got a lot more work to do, and we got to go over there to hurt their place and try to take it back. And then you face Pendleton County again, and then Robertson County tomorrow. So we're in our second swing of the district, and we've got to bounce back. You can't have another loss, and you hope that we can come over there and get the second win and hopefully give ourselves in that race for that number 1 seed.
Don't have much time for a turnaround. Got Robertson County tomorrow night. We beat them rather handily the first time, but you never know.
No, you don't know with this team. I mean, if we're going to come out, we're going to be that shy on offense and that unaggressive on offense, then you can't beat anybody. So, we've got to be much more aggressive. And then we're just no communication, complete breakdown on both ends of the court. We talk about it all the time. Our defense leads to offense, and we have breakdown after breakdown on defense and no communication. They didn't talk to each other all night. So we'll figure that out, I guess. We're going to ride a bus. Maybe they'll talk to each other on the bus tomorrow.
All right, Coach. Appreciate you stopping by, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, bye.
At Philly basketball coach Kim Marshall after Harrison County's 52-39 loss at the hands of the Nicholas County Lady Jackets. We'll come back after another break and give you the team stats as well as name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. You've been listening to Philly basketball. Back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County loses the opener of this girl-boy doubleheader by a final score of 52-39. Taking a look at the team stats, the Phillies were 14 out of 40 from the floor for 35%, including 3 of 14 from three-point range. Meanwhile, Nicholas County, who struggled from the floor in the first half, ends up doing very well overall. 17 out of 32, that's 53.1%, as they shot a huge amount of close-in shots, but they were also good from the outside, attempting 11 trays and making 5. Both teams did very well from the free throw line. Harrison County was 8 out of 8 for 100%, while Nicholas County was 13 out of 15 for 86.7%. Turnovers, neither team can be happy about this. 21 turnovers for the Phillies, 20 turnovers for Nicholas County, and Harrison County loses the rebounding battle as the Nicholas County Lady Jackets picked up 20 rebounds altogether to our 17. The breakdown, Harrison County had 7 offensive and 10 defensive boards for their 17. Harrison County was led by Kara Hines' 8. Meanwhile, for Nicholas County, 4 offensive and 16 defensive boards for their 20. They were paced tonight by Melanie Hatton, who had half a dozen rebounds to lead her team. As far as our Judy Construction Company player of the game, let's give it to Bailey Hudgens. Bailey, 14 points, team leader in that stat. Played a long time in foul trouble and never fouled out, so kudos to her for that. And really, of all the players on the floor, was the least rattled of anybody. She kept going with the offense. It just wasn't meant to be. Nicholas County, as Coach said, just wanted the game tonight a little bit more, and they were just so much more aggressive. And for whatever reason, our team just seemed afraid of their zone. We'll have to get out of that before we play them next Wednesday, that's for sure. All right, we've got more and more game coming up in this girl-boy doubleheader as the Thoroughbreds will take on the Blue Jackets here in about 17 minutes. So what we're going to do right now is take a break. I'll get my numbers and papers exchanged for the new game. We'll take it back to the station for Ed Lewis will play us a song. So stay tuned for game number 2. But once again, in game number 1, your final score, Nicholas County 52, Harrison County 39. You've been listening